controversial cold case out of Riverside, California will be reviewed by a new district attorney. The case centers around a haunting clue. A young woman found burning in a wheelbarrow outside her home.
We knew right away that everyone was dead.
One quiet night. 3 lives lost. A small town shaken to its core. In the remote town of Pinyon Pines, California, a tranquil evening turned into a scene of unimaginable horror. 3 lives were taken, a home reduced to ash, and a community left searching for answers. This was no ordinary fire. It was a carefully crafted cover-up for a triple murder. The deeper investigators dug, the darker the truth became. This is the story of the Pinyon Pines triple tragedy. Pinyon Pines, a small desert community where life moved at a steady, peaceful rhythm. For Vicki Friedley, her boyfriend John Hayward, and her daughter Becky, their home on the town's outskirts was more than a place to live. It was a sanctuary. At 53, Vicki was a pillar of strength and warmth, while John, a skilled carpenter, brought steadiness to their lives. Becky, at just 18, was a vibrant young woman with a free spirit and a laugh that could light up any room. But life in Pinyon Pines wasn't as idyllic as it seemed. Becky's recent reconnection with her ex-boyfriend Robert Pape and his best friend Kristen Smith caused tension within the family. Vicki, ever protective of her daughter, felt uneasy about these relationships, sensing a darkness beneath the surface. On the night of September 17, 2006, neighbors noticed a glow on the horizon. What began as a faint flicker soon became a raging inferno. The Friedley home was engulfed in flames, the heat so intense it could be felt from hundreds of feet away. By the time firefighters arrived, the house was beyond saving. As the fire was extinguished, they made a chilling discovery. Inside the ruins lay the remains of Vicki Friedley and John Hayward, burned beyond recognition. But it was the discovery of Becky Friedley's body that shocked even the most seasoned investigators. Found in a wheelbarrow outside the home, her body had been burned separately. This wasn't just arson, it was murder. The scene was one of devastation. Investigators quickly determined that accelerants had been used to start the fire, pointing to deliberate arson. But the questions loomed large. Why had Becky's body been separated from the others? Who could have committed such a brutal act? And what were they trying to hide? Detectives turned their attention to Becky's recent interactions. Her relationship with Robert Pape, her former high school sweetheart, had raised concerns. Robert, once described as charming and ambitious, had become distant and troubled after their breakup. His loyalty to his best friend, Kristen Smith, a quieter but equally enigmatic figure, added another layer of complexity.
Both men claimed to have been miles away on a hike during the fire, but their alibis would soon unravel.
For 6 years, the case went cold. But in 2012, advances in forensic technology provided a breakthrough. Cell tower records placed Robert and Kristen near the Friedley home on the night of the fire. This contradicted their alibi and placed them squarely at the scene of the crime. Witnesses began to come forward, sharing chilling accounts. One described Kristen hinting at knowledge of the crime, while another recounted Becky's frustrations with Robert's controlling behavior. The pieces of the puzzle were finally coming together.
My baby sister was gone.
I kind of felt a sense of relief that they would be arrested.
In 2014, Robert Pape and Kristen Smith were arrested and charged with 3 counts of murder. The prosecution presented a compelling case, highlighting cell tower data, witness testimonies, and the deliberate staging of the crime scene. After weeks of testimony, the jury found both men guilty. They were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
We know Robert, and anyone who knows him knows how ridiculous the accusations are.
Christian Smith's father says his son is an honorable man and a decorated war hero who has been awarded 2 Purple Hearts.
My son Christian saved lives in Afghanistan. He doesn't save lives.
For the Friedley family, justice had been served, but the pain of their loss would never fade.
What was it that led investigators to eyeball Becky's ex-boyfriend back in the day?
Because he had made threats against her.
And friends knew this? Did they have a violent relationship?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Mercurial.
And so she had broken up with him. How long was it between when they broke up to when the killings happened?
I think it was about a year later.
All right, so
after he had threatened her.
And so now this is all like 9 years ago. Is it becoming more and more likely when you're investigating the case, when you're working with the family's private detective to see what clues can be uncovered? Does it look like this will remain a mystery?
I think so.
This is such a tragic case.
The tragedy at Pinyon Pines serves as a reminder of how darkness can lurk beneath even the most serene surfaces. It also highlights the relentless pursuit of justice, a fight that took nearly a decade but brought answers to a grieving family. Though the Friedleys are gone, their story endures, a testament to resilience and the enduring quest for truth.